Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tracy's Sacred Medium. If this is your first time here, by all means, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Virgo. This is going to be your oracle reading uh, for this Sunday. So, Virgo, this reading is going to have a lot to do with the last week of January, from January 21st to the 31st. I feel like this is having a lot to do with energies, spiritual attack. So definitely a general reading for the sign of Virgo, Virgo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Take what resonate, leave the rest, do not false it. Good morning, ladies. I see you. Good morning, Porsche. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. How are you? Yes, I only got one phone hooked up this morning. So we're not gonna stay on this too long, but we are going to touch on it. I know I've been away for quite some time. I feel as though the month of January has dealt a lot of mixed emotional signs, a lot of emotional withdrawals. A lot of things have taken place in the month of January 2025. A lot of ups and downs and disturbances, a lot of spiritual attacks. Um, Definitely feeling overwhelmed for the most part. I feel as though it has been constantly one thing after the next. And I know for myself, there was a lot of, I felt as though I had to kind of fall back, pull my energy back a little bit, because I felt as though I was definitely being placed under a lot of spiritual attacks from every which way. And I had to take some time to go within and reflect. I had to do some cleansing. I had to seek some sort of balance. I had to do a little bit of shadow work, and I had to really go within in order for me to gain a better understanding on what it was I was dealing with. And so, for some of my Virgos out there, you may be under some sort of spiritual attack when it comes to outside source, when it comes to social media attacks, when it comes to family attacks. Like I said, every which way. For some of you could be dealing with situations attacking your base chakra, attacking your sacral chakra, attacking your solar plexus, attacking your third eye. Some of you, when it comes to some sort of force trying to shut you down, spiritually attacking your throat chakra. Some of you could be dealing with thyroid issues. Others of you can be dealing with spiritual attacks of the spinal cord when it comes to dealing with ache, lower back pain ache. Um, Migraine headaches. You could be having issues with your eye jumping. Like a lot, it could be some eye stigma. being very sensitive to the light. You understand what I'm saying? Like, especially if you work third shift. Um, there could be some sensitive issues when it comes to you being outside in the sunlight. You having to wear shades, especially if you're driving. Um, there could also be some sort of forces of spiritual attacks dealing with road rage for some people. So be mindful of that, especially during this here season, this winter weather for some people. Snow, sleet, rain, ice, black ice. The first message that I am receiving for you, Virgos, this morning, like I was saying, there's definitely there seems to be some emotional withdrawal at this time. Like I said, some of you, there's a need to get to yourself. The time has come for you to go on hermit mode and isolate yourself and find a sacred corner, not so much as locking yourself in four walls. For some of you, you may simply need to surround yourself with the sound of water. You may need to this the time to do some spiritual meditation. Um, you may need to get where you can listen to the sound of birds, the waves of the ocean. You may need to pull up some spiritual mantras on YouTube because for some of you, Virgo, I do see, heavy conflict and defeat. And this could have to do with the enemy because there seems to be a lot of secret deception and envy and jealousy around you where someone is trying to throw obstacles and challenges your way. And so some of you are needing to stand your ground, especially in the workplace or dealing with family members, because there could be a lot of spiritual attacks in the workplace due to jealousy and envy. When it comes to people, places, and things, when it comes to situations, when it comes to dealing with third parties, when it comes to dealing with breakups, split ups, separation, long distance relationships, an in out situation. Spirit is telling you to choose wisely because everything or everyone that you're dealing with, Spirit is telling you to listen to your intuition at this time. If something doesn't feel right, listen to your gut instincts when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things. Because the time has come for you to definitely take back your power. Some of you have the spiritual intellect. Um, Especially if you are an empath or a light worker. If you are an empath or a light worker, that's another reason why your energy could be feeling sensitive at this time during these here spiritual attacks that you may find yourself being under. Is that Latika? Girl, good morning. Um, it's like to my left, Virgo, you have a lot of good things, right? Um, when it comes to the things you're needing to heal, especially for my ladies, because when it comes to you could be when it comes to body organs, when it comes to your body parts, I know I have dealt with this all last year where like I said, some of you are being spiritually attacking the thyroids, some of you are being spiritually attacking your intestines, your ovaries, your uterus. um some of my ladies who are older, between 45, 55 or older, you know what I'm saying, or either between the ages of 40 and 55 or older. Some of you could have underwent some sort of operation where some of you could be going through menopause. Some of you could have went through some sort of hysterectomy, or you could be dealing with fallopian tubes. There could have been some sort of fallopian tubal pregnancy, but somebody could have been pregnant in the tubes. Some of you could be having issues dealing with the walls of your ovaries and your uterus, especially if you're dealing with strong menstrual cycles. From my younger ladies in your 20s and 30s, you could have issues going on with like blood clots, um, fibroids blocking the walls of your ovaries and your uterus. There's something about the ovaries and the uterus from my ladies, okay? Like I said, somebody could have had a hysterectomy, or there could be a need for a hysterectomy, or somebody could be trying to figure out whether or not they need to undergo a hysterectomy, or how can they protect themselves from having to go through this procedure. Somebody could suffer with heavy menstrual cycles, and it's causing a lot of cramping issues, sensitive areas to the breast tissues. um It can also be time to undergo a breast mammogram, or somebody could have recently had a breast mammogram, or it's time to go through a breast mammogram, or there could be some fears of undergoing a breast mammogram. Somebody could, have some fears of the C word, because I'm getting sensitive issues in the breast tissues. Okay, for some of y'all, that's gonna have a lot to do with for some it could be menopause, some of you could be dealing with hot flashes, um, needing to take some sort of black soil, or just needing to take a multiple daily vitamin. For my ladies going through the menopausal cycles, and for my ladies that's going through heavy menstrual cycles, cramps. Like I said, it could be I'm getting issues about blood clots, and something dealing with fibroid cysts blocking the walls and the ovaries when it comes to the uterus. There can also be some situations when it comes to dealing with uh, sensitive areas to the uterus, where there could be feeling dry, needing to figure out how can you protect yourself from dryness, sensitive, needing to drink more water, eat more fruit, green vegetables. I know pineapples is good. Pineapples, watermelon, cucumbers. You might need to um do more salads. You know what I'm saying? You may need to break away from certain things. You may need to keep, like, apricots, tangerines, oranges. You understand what I'm saying? Peaches. Um, Definitely more fruit, more water, more vegetable. You can also use an oil supplement. Some of you may need to get like oil of oregano, black seed oil, vitamins. Because there's sensitive issues going on with the body. And I feel like some of you can also be overworked. Um, some of you may need to invest in a back brace, because like you could be overworking yourself. There could be some, like I said, some lower back pain issues, spinal cord issues. You can also, like I said, I'm seeing spiritual attacks of the enemy, where they will try to physically, try to cause like spiritual hexes. You understand what I'm saying? To take you down, overweigh you. There could be people trying to put multiple extra responsibilities on your plate, whether this is in the workplace or dealing with family. You can have a strong extra workload going on, Good morning for my people that's coming in. Is that CJ? Good morning, you guys. How are you? Um, yeah, for those of you that work around, you know, machinery, typing in the office, be mindful of paper cuts. Some of you need to maybe think about changing your work shoe. There could be change your work shoes out. Some of you, you wearing your shoes. Some of you work long hours. Some of you work 8, 10, 12 hour jobs. Some of you 14 hours. And it's the floor where you work it on your job. You may need to invest in a good shoe that's comfortable. Whether you have flat feet or arch problems with your arch in your feet, Dr. Souls, you may need to invest in a good work shoe that's comfortable, where you have room in your shoe, because something you could be dealing with corns on the toes, because your shoes is hurting you in the corner of your little toe, because when you stand up on your feet for tens of long hours and you tend to work, your feet tend to, your ankles tend to get swollen, right? Um, Especially in the wintertime, you may need to invest in certain type of socks, the leggings that you could put on when you are at work to help deal with that, especially if you have like because I'm getting like something about vertical veins, blood clots. You may need to wear certain socks or protection of that, even for my own self. That's good advice. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I have invested in a lot of those, the orthopedic socks that can help you, and especially if you work in the health field like myself. Um, and you're standing on your feet and you're working. Yeah, because I feel like somebody here can also be a bank teller. You could work in the bank and you're standing on your feet dealing with multiple customers or clients or whatever the case may be. Some of you could be CNAs where you working, like I said, in the health field. You can deal with, if you work in a nursing home, some of you are CNAs. You can have patients and you're lifting those patients up, especially if you're bathing those patients, having to carry those patients to the bathroom, having to change the diapers and all that. I used to be a CNA, so trust me, I know. And I used to be a med tech. So I used to work with, disabled challenged adults. I did group homes where, what I'm saying, where I worked in 2 group homes. I had one house over here and one house over there. So trust me, I know what it's like to be a CNA. I know what it's like to be a med tech, and I know what it's like to have to pick up on heavy patients. You understand? So I feel like some of you can work in that type of field, okay, where it's putting a lot of strain on your back. Or again, some of you could work with machinery, if you're at work and you do floors, and you burn machine buffing floors, with the machine, and then you constantly, auto scrubbing or whatever the case may be. It could be it's causing a lot of sensitive issues to the back. Okay. And if you're going to drink wine or alcohol, make sure you always have a glass of water, because for some of you, you need to drink more water to cleanse your liver, your intestines. Make sure you don't put a lot of strain on you, because again, I'm getting because I know for me, and like I said, I've gone through a lot of spiritual attacks, especially just a year ago. God knows, you know what I'm saying. Knock on wood. I'm telling you. Um, just be careful that you don't put too much of a strain on your body. Don't try to do too much, because for some of you, it could cause a lot of wear and tear on your body. Your intestines, your ovaries, your liver. Like I said, be mindful. Some of you may need to stop drinking, especially if you drink liquor. You may need to fall back from the liquor. You know what I'm saying? Because liquor does a lot of liver damage. Okay. So definitely drink more water. Some of you may need to cleanse and just, go through that whole process, maybe AA, and just say the hell with it. You understand what I'm saying? We all have been there, done that, and did that. So you may need to just drink, like I said, more water, eating healthy. Smoothies. Some of you may need to think about changing your eating habits. You may need to like work on, even for myself, when it comes to more fruit smoothies, veggie smoothies or something like that. Fruit, we all need to eat healthy. You understand what I'm saying? I may need to switch from, pork, because I know for me, I've been doing fish and turkey. So you may need to think, you may want to do something like that. Fish and turkey, ground fish and turkey, kind of break free, from fried foods for 1 minute and give your body a chance to heal. Fall back from spicy foods. I don't know why I wasn't expecting the reading to go this way. So I don't know why this energy is coming to me. Okay, because I'm trying to get into these cards. But these are some of the messages that's coming in for some people, okay? Especially for those of you that's into spicy food. Okay. All of a sudden I'm getting hungry. I got a taste for, like, I don't know, some of you, I got a taste for like oxtails. I don't know. I'm getting like oxtails, rice and gravy. Somebody here could be, hooking up in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting like I don't know, Jamaican, West Indian. Somebody's cooking good. You know what I'm saying? It's Sunday, so somebody could be in the kitchen cooking. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm getting hungry. Now I got a taste. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking up on maybe a little bit of baked macaroni and cheese. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But anyway, let's try to get into these cards, because Virgo, on the left side of me, there does seem to be, like I said, you definitely need to take time for solitude by all means. Okay. Because it's very important that you seek some sort of balance. Okay. Because like I said, many of you are definitely needing to uh work on that base chakra, you know, work on that third eye. Some of you are needing to protect your third eye. Or there could be something here that's trying to get you to open your third eye. Take care of your pineal gland. Like I said, some of you could be going through migraine headaches at this time. I feel like once you get this under control and you are able to take back your power, there is a need for patience and planning going forward, because for some of you, there will be some sort of financial and material change coming your way. There could be some sort of recognition and reward coming your way. For others, there does seem to be some sort of sacred spiritual reunion between you and another person, because I do see some sort of foundation of achievement. So some of you could definitely be trying to concentrate on the home front when it comes to stability. Definitely trying to focus on stability. Something is being mismanaged. There could be a need of just having to simply go back in and focus on your most important priorities when it comes to getting things in order. Like I said, January has definitely been an overwhelming, stressful month with the way this whole new year has started out, with so many things going on around the world. I feel like Spirit is saying in Virgo, it's time for us to pull your energy back and kind of separate yourself from what's going on the outside of the world, what's going on social media, what's going on outside source, and just focus on you, yourself, and I. You understand what I'm saying? Me, myself, and I. And break away from people, places, and things, because there's a need for you to get your priorities in order. Don't allow for other people to come and put their problems on your lap. You know what I'm saying? Some of you may need to, I don't know, it could be simple as you needing to take a day to clean your house. You know what I'm saying? Vacuum your rugs, whatever. Wash the dishes, do the laundry, take out the trash. And you just don't have time to focus on outside source, because there could be a lot of distractions, people trying to come and knock on your door, whether it's one person or two people, people trying to call you, with their problems. There could be some instigating situations dealing with family, siblings, kids, whatever the case may be, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins. Everybody wants to come and try to drop their BS off on you, or they could be trying to put, take they problems out on you. It don't have nothing to do with you, but somebody could be just looking to take their problems out on people. You know what I'm saying? People could have a bad day or going through some sort of whatever they're going through in their own behind closed doors. And then they looking for somebody to lash it out on. And so you can have somebody who's an enemy in your family and they want to call you to take their BS out on you and try to flip some shit and try to, look for something other from the past to throw the past up in your face. And some of you haven't even dealt with the past. The past is behind you. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody in your family who could throw some BS up in your face that took place 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago just to get some sort of reaction from you and to kind of break you down, because if they can spiritually attack your self-esteem and do some sort of verbal, mental, emotional abuse to kind of break you down, that's being like an energy vampire where they come in and they take their shit out on you to fuck with you just so they can lift themselves up, make themselves feel better. So you may need to stay clear of that and be mindful, okay? And good morning, Alicia. Is that what I see? Like I said, I only have one thing set up this morning. I will be coming back doing a tarot reading for my Virgos, okay, so we can kind of really find out what's going on. But I do see some sort of prosperity trying to begin for a lot of my Virgos when it comes to this prosperity trying to begin, triumph and success. This is a need for patience and planning, okay? For some of you, you're just simply right now needing to kind of be still to get well back adjusted when it comes to your priorities, getting things in order, okay? Um, Even when it comes to because for some of you, you could be at a workplace and you could be asking yourself, you've been in this workplace for quite some time. Some of you could be, you done put 5 years, 10 years, 13, 15 years into a job. Some of you could be right at the, verge of, okay, do I stay here another 5 years, 7, 10 years, and this work to my full retirement? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all working in a place where you could look at it or view it as a dead end job, or you just tired, or you feel like it's not enough, something is missing in your life. Some of you could be thinking about, do I need to change careers come toward the springtime? How could I save and budget and rebuild? How could I invest? How could I add to my, financial? How could I invest to establish more income for myself? Where I'm not overworking myself and draining myself and losing sleep and feeling like I have to rush to get from pillar to post. You know what I'm saying? So some of you could definitely be thinking about maybe perhaps changing your careers toward the spring, you know. Um, some of you are like ready to leave the workplace where you are now because you're around petty ass people in the workplace where there could be some jealousy and envy and animosity. And some of you, just it's just not enough. You could work around some selfish, stubborn ass people, where you could be on one spiritual journey, where you're trying to humble yourself and stay grounded, and you're trying to walk in love and light. But a lot of people, they come to work with their own, BS, and so there could be a lot of negative energy for some because they're not happy in their own life, they're not happy at home, so therefore they come to work already effed up, you know what I'm saying, attitude, need to adjust some shit. But people just tend to walk, in that, and so some of you may feel as though you're needing to break free from around that, kind of move around, so some of you could be finding yourself trying to move around, pull yourself away from those energies uh that tend to, lash on. And so, and during this winter season, I get it when it's cold outside. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to leave home when it's cold outside, and having to wake up and go to work and knowing that you're traveling out in the cold weather to get to work, you know what I'm saying? And then just having to get out your bed and leave home in the wintertime, you're going to work. Nobody wants to deal with chaos and bullshit on the job. It's bad enough that it's cold as hell. And you know what I'm saying? You're having to get out there and travel to work. And then when you get to work, After dealing with the outside cold, now you got to deal with bullshit. We don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's everybody come to work, clock in, do what you got to do, go home. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of being stable and really trying to maintain that stability, keep that dwelling, that roof over your head. And I know it's hard because a lot of people are going through a lot of shit right now. When it comes to losing homes and inflation and fears of being evicted, and really having, and that's the reason why so many people are out here hustling and grinding and working 2 and 3 damn jobs is so they could afford to pay all the motherfucking bills. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know. So when it comes to having to pay the mortgage, the rent, the car note, the light bill, the water bill, the cable bill, the Wi-Fi, it shit adds up. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta eat, you gotta keep gas in the tank, in winter season. So we you don't never know what's gonna happen, right? So I get it. Trust me, I do. It's like, again, it's like living paycheck to paycheck, and sometimes it takes 2 whole fucking paychecks just to cover the motherfucking rent and the mortgage on one bill. And then it's like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel like you have to put 3-4 weeks in the hole just to sometimes cover a second damn bill or figure out how you can save, to add that shit up. So I get it, and it's like looking for a way out at the same time. It's like, am I killing myself? I'm sitting here working, 2, 3 jobs, or I'm working one job, but it's not enough because I'm putting too many long hours in this one job and I'm feeling so drained from this one job. I just don't have enough energy to go to the second job, or dealing with bullshit on the first job, or go to the second job. I'm already tired, overwhelmed. I ain't got time to deal with no bullshit on the second job. You know what I'm saying? Having to get a little bit of sleep, and you're losing sleep. So between traveling between 2 jobs and having to deal with shit going on in your own life, when you lose sleep, once that sleep is gone and you dealing with bullshit from the outside and you going from job to job, that will make you, that shit builds up. You know what I'm saying? It builds up to the point where you don't, people gotta be careful because it'll cause you to snap. You be like, wait a minute, don't even come at me with no BS, because I might just take your motherfucking head off, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? I really do get it. And so that's why it's very important, Virgo, because today is Sunday, and this is a day to be grounded and see balance and connect to your spiritual omens and connect with your spiritual ancestors. Right now the moon is in Libra, so some of you could be Virgo, Libra, especially for my September Virgos, some of for my Virgo, Leo, connect with your spiritual ancestors, get into a sacred spiritual place. Listen to, prayer mantras, cleansing mantras. I know for me, I did a whole lot of, I had to go through some like scriptures, you know what I'm saying, and play them out loud at the house, because Virgo, right now, some of you could be under attack when it comes to people trying to send monitoring spirits your way, and you're having to know how to resend that shit back to sender. You understand what I'm saying? And the best way to get rid of a monitoring spirit is to blast it with scriptures from the Bible, play it out loud at your house. So when those monitoring spirits come in, their asses is going to go out the door. Because monitoring spirits is demonic, coming in with demon negative energy, they can't stand to hear nothing that's positive. So if you hit them in the head with some Bible scriptures, trust me, those monitoring spirits are going to go right back out that door. They're going to be like, oh, hell no. And then when you call upon your spiritual ancestors to come cover your dwelling with those scriptures, those monitoring spirits is going to flee. They going to flee. You know what I'm saying? And that's just going to immediately go out the door. It will cleanse your house. Cleanse your house. You know what I'm saying? Cleanse your walls. Cleanse your doors. Cleanse your windows. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. I can't say that enough. So Virgo, I'm going to end it on that note. Okay. I will be back to give you guys a part 2, okay, bonus on a tarot reading. So we will go deeper, but this right here has been your oracle reading. This has been your spiritual message from, spirit. This is the message that you guys need to receive when it comes to abundance, health, and prosperity, when it comes to rising back up from the ashes. because I feel like, Virgo, you've been under some sort of attack where somebody's been trying to really just bury you. Um, Again, your spiritual ancestors can definitely be trying to protect you and giving you some forms of letting you know that before you leave the house, you needed to protect yourself and carry some sort of protection with you at all times. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, exactly. Feel free to book a reading. I'm always available for readings Thursday through Sunday. Okay, if need be. All right, book me while I am. Um, with that being said, Virgo, I'm gonna end this here oracle reading. I hope you was able to receive a message from this particular reading, from the message that has come up from this. Okay, some of you may need to do some candle work, some, some water work. Like I said, but I will be back with a part two tarot reading, okay? So I'll see you guys shortly within a half an hour or so. I will come back with a tarot reading for you, all right? As always, one love, God bless, and thank you for supporting the channel. I know I don't always tune in, but sometimes things get so overwhelming and so, just so much that sometimes I have to do a little bit of shadow work and I have to pull myself back. You understand? But Sundays are always a good day for me to come in here and get my day started. I like to start my Sundays off with oracle readings, and then we'll jump into the tarot. Okay. So this is definitely a time to get our priorities focused, get some balance, some meditation going on, and raise a vibration and do some work and cleansing on ourselves. Okay, this way we can know how to deal with the outside world when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things. We need that time for self. This is very important to go within a hermit mode. Okay, Virgo. So do some reflection. All right. So with that being said, I'm out, you guys. Love.